I'm really excited to share this with you today. It's an app that I've found since coming to the UK that I didn't know about in the US, but it does exist there. So this has revolutionized my thrift shopping. As a larger person, sometimes it's hard to find things, and when I go into thrift shops, I really have to steel myself that they really might not have much for me at all, or the things they have might be pretty beat up. But this app is fantastic, and it's called Vinted, Vinted, like vintage, but as a verb. And apparently it was started by two friends in Lithuania when one of them was moving, and she had lots of extra clothes she wanted to pass on to other people. And her friend was a coder, and so he made a website to sell all the clothes, and it took off. And now they're in 16 countries, including the United States and the UK and most European countries. This is not sponsored by Vinted at all. I'm just talking about it because I love it so much. And this whole outfit that I'm wearing today is from Vinted. This is one of my newest scores, and the fuzzy, soft collar makes me feel like royalty. So at this point, I basically thrift everything except underwear, socks, and shoes. But my strategy for thrifting online is basically to find a brand that I know fits me, that I have already tried a couple of pairs of, say, jeans, and I know that the waist fits me right, which is always where I have an issue. So if I'm going to try a new brand, what I do is I try to find the cheapest one online and do that. So if it doesn't work, I've only invested £5 and I don't have to feel really bad. So sometimes I'll buy something that's not in pristine condition that I normally would not look at because I just want to make sure that this brand will fit me. And then once I know that this particular brand of jeans, for me, Bowden, love them, is going to fit, then I can go online and search for it. So Vinted is very easy to use. That's one thing I love about it. I don't have to sift through lots of racks or rails of clothing, as they call it here. I can just put in my size and it remembers it, which is so nice. So I put in the size, and every time I go on there, I just say, hey, I'm looking for black skirts. And then it automatically brings up all of the black skirts on Vinted in my size. And if you want to search for brands, you just go to the brand search and put in, say, Bowden, one of my favorites, or Sea Salt Cornwall, or White Stuff, or John Lewis, or whatever your preferred brands are. And then it'll bring up everything on the site from those brands in your size. So I just find this really, really easy to use. And the amazing thing about Vinted is that everything on there is so cheap. I don't know how they do it. And sometimes I even feel a little bit bad because if someone's listing a piece of clothing for £2 or £3, I think, how are they even making any money on this? I almost feel bad, but not bad enough to not buy it. So for things like M&S, which is a very popular brand here, it's really common to find clothes that are listed on Vinted from like £2 to £10. For a brand like Bowden, which is something that I've watched for many years and always thought, oh, I love this, but it's so expensive to buy it new. There's no way. I've had one, maybe like, I don't know. I've had a small handful of Bowden items that I've bought new over the years that I treasured because they're such good quality and I love the design, but it was a really, really special treat to get to buy it new. But now I can go on Vinted. The trousers I'm wearing, or pants as we say in the States, right now cost me £10 plus shipping on Vinted. They're gorgeous. I love them. So it's an incredible resource if you want to thrift. And the tagline is clothing that doesn't cost the earth. So the whole idea is that it's more sustainable because you're buying things that haven't been produced new. It's from someone else's wardrobe. And the person who's selling them gets almost all the money. Vinted takes a small amount. So I feel good about it because I'm helping other people in the UK that are selling their thrifted items, or a lot of times it's not even that they went to a charity shop and found something and put it on there. I'm sure there are some resellers, but most of it feels pretty authentic, especially in terms of if you're looking for a nice dress. There's so many on there that are worn once for an occasion or bought for a party and we didn't end up going, or things like that. So you can find brand new with tags items, or things that have been worn once or just a few times, that look brand new and feel brand new and make me feel like $1,000,000, but I paid £10 or less for it on Vinted. So I have really, really loved using this app since I've gotten to the UK. And I do have a rule in my wardrobe that it's one in, one out. So I'm aware that when I get something from Vinted, I will then look at my closet and take something that I have not been wearing as much and give that away. So I'm not going to get into the whole argument about whether thrifting is perfectly sustainable, because there are flaws with every way that you approach this, right? If you're buying something, then there can be questions about, did it come in a plastic package, even if someone recycled the package, which mostly invented people are reusing bags and other things that they've had around their house or that they've gotten. So I feel pretty good about that. But the item did have to be made at some point, and it is being shipped. But in general, I feel pretty darn good about it because I'm giving clothes a second life and giving them love. And I really enjoy the things that I've got off Vinted. So this is an M&S t-shirt, this navy shirt. It's got little tiny baubles on it. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of fun. And then this wonderful sweater, Joe Brown's, is a brand I've just discovered that I really like. And then I've got my Bowden trousers, and I love them. And I am really happy about wearing all of these things that would have otherwise just been sitting around in someone's closet. So Vinted is for women. Men, they've got household goods. When I was looking for cloth to make my Christmas projects out of, people are listing their quilting fabric on there, or you can find bed sheets and other things if you want to cut them up. I found a great backpack on there. I guess you would say rucksack, but it's kind of small. Kath Kidston, which is a big brand around here. I love her colorful floral prints, and I found that for £8. And I use it every single day to carry my work setup in. So once I realized that there were all those things, I went a little crazy. I mean, then I was looking for a laptop bag, and suddenly I realized that there are stickers on Vinted. There's lots of different things. It's not quite as varied as, say, an eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but there are a lot of different things on there. And like I said, it is so affordable. It's incredible the deals you can get on there. So I hope that you'll run right out and look for clothes for yourself or your baby or your special someone in your life, because I really believe in this app, and pretty much 90% of all the clothes I buy now are from Vinted. I hope that you'll run right out and look for clothes for yourself or your baby or your special someone in your life, because I really believe in this app, and pretty much 90% of all the clothes I buy now are from Vinted. I hope that you'll run right out and look for clothes for yourself or your baby or your special